Okay, this is an application of trig using, these are supposed to be gears. I know, I should have taken more art classes. But we got two gears here. Here's a small one turning a large one. This is essentially exactly how a bicycle works. The only difference is this gear is further up, and we just got a chain wrapped around the two. And as this one turns, it turns the front one. Yeah, it's essentially a bicycle. So the question here is, if this small gear rotates 135 degrees, how many degrees will the larger one rotate? Okay, well, whatever this spins, the distance this outside arc turns, this distance is going to turn the same amount. The degree amount it turns will be different, but the actual distance around the outside has got to be the same. So we use S equals R theta. The arc, the distance this outside arc spins for this gear is going to be the same as this, but the thetas are going to be different. They're going to rotate a different amount. So let's look at the small gear. How much of the outside how much distance will that cover when it spins 135 degrees? Well, R is 2.5, let's say it's inches. Theta, we're told, is 135 degrees. But in this formula, the degrees must be in radians. So to convert this to radians, we multiply by pi over 180. So then you can simplify that or whatever, but you get out your calculator, plug that in, and you get about 5.89. Okay, so that means that's the distance this turns, which means this is going to turn the same amount of distance. So S2 has got to spin the same amount. So S2, what we're using as S2, is going to be R theta. S2, that the outside distance is the same. R is 3.2 times theta, and theta is what we're trying to figure out here. What is the theta? Maybe I should use theta 2 here. It's a different theta than this one. But now when we divide both sides by 3.2, we get theta as 5.89 over 3.2, and when you plug that in, you get 1.84. Well, that's in radians, but so let's convert it to degrees so we can kind of see a better comparison. So to convert that 2 degrees, we just multiply by 180 over pi. Get out your calculator and plug that in, and you get about 105.5 degrees. So when this spins 135 degrees, this is going to spin or rotate about 105.5 degrees.